Danielle Grant is starving.
I know, I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can.
The Trump administration just floated a plan to force every single SNAP recipient, seniors, parents, disabled people, low-income workers, to reapply from scratch to prove they deserve food they created. They already told states to undo approved November benefits. And now the next step, make millions of vulnerable Americans jump through impossible hoops just to keep basic groceries. This isn't about efficiency. This isn't about fraud. This isn't about anything else. This is about punishment. This is about humiliation. This is about reminding poor people that their survival can be taken away at any single moment.
So we are at it again. The EBT card users are pissed off at the Trump administration for the new laws because there will be a new enrollment for those that really need these EBT cards. They are actually pissed off that they need to reapply again. So why would you be pissed off for reapplying? Reapplying is not humiliation. So I don't understand. This two does not correlate at all.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I know, I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can. But it's like, they're not going to let people starve. That's ridiculous, but it's like, no, that's literally like what's happening.
We begin with the return of SNAP benefits after the end of the government shutdown. But the Trump administration says recipients may have to reapply for the program to cut down on fraud. Fox 26's Angie Rodriguez is in studio this evening to share the latest. Angie.
Yeah, good evening, Tom. The Houston Food Bank says they have helped over 25,000 people so far this year, not including an event that they had earlier today. They tell me they're expecting an increase in the amount of people they help as the holidays linger closer and closer. As the holidays creep around the corner, so does a new deadline for SNAP recipients to reapply for their benefits. This comes just after millions receive their first partial payment for food in weeks.
Starve people. Now they want to starve them again. The Trump administration just floated a plan to force every single SNAP recipient, seniors, parents, disabled people, low-income workers, to reapply from scratch to prove they deserve food. Not because there's evidence of mass fraud. No, not because it helps families, but because starving people is now a political tactic. They already cut off full benefits.
How is reapplying starving people? I don't get it. You guys feel you need these food stamps, you need these EBT cards, you can't coexist without it. It's a support to feed and cater for your needs. But so many people that are on this stamp, a lot of them have actually abused it. They are actually living a comfortable life, but yet they are still on this EBT card. This was supposed to be a support to many people that are not able to cope with their bills. A support to people that really needs it. But if you look at the analysis of those that are really on this EBT cards, most of them are living a luxurious life, having expensive bags, expensive hair, expensive this, expensive nails, but they cannot afford to feed themselves. Now they are told to reapply. You feel it's a way of insulting you and it's a way of starvation. It's not, girl. It's a way to put things in order.
During a government shutdown,
things need to be put in
they
order.
created. They already told states to undo approved November benefits. And now the next step, make millions of vulnerable Americans jump through impossible hoops just to keep basic groceries. This isn't about efficiency. This isn't about fraud. This isn't about anything else. This is about punishment. This is about humiliation. This is about reminding poor people that their survival can be taken away at any single moment.
What fraud are they talking about?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. So it's not 100% clear exactly what the secretary is planning to do yet. We haven't heard back from USDA when we sent them an email to request more details. Because SNAP participants are already required to recertify their application information every 6 to 12 months. And they're also required to update work history, income, et cetera, to make sure that they're still qualifying for SNAP along the way, or they'll get kicked off the program.
Exactly.
So a lot of the fraud that
qualify.
Republicans, including Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, are talking about is cracking down on folks receiving SNAP who aren't working, or what Secretary Rollins has said is she wants to make sure, and the president said earlier this week, is that the administration wants to make sure that the folks who are receiving SNAP benefits are those who truly need it, in their words. So Republicans have already sought to crack down on error payments, which are just miscalculations from SNAP administrators, et cetera. So we have to stay tuned and figure out exactly what the department is planning on this.
Yeah, Secretary Rollins this week said that 186,000 deceased men and women and children are receiving a check. They say that's coming through SNAP, and they are citing data from 29 states that complied with the USDA's request for information. So Secretary Rollins is teasing an eventual announcement to basically overhaul the SNAP program in the coming weeks. Do we know how the administration is preparing for this overhaul? If you could expand on that, what are they researching?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a little bit unclear if this reapplication for benefits is something that the secretary is looking at in terms of her overhaul. Republicans already passed a $186 billion cut to SNAP in their reconciliation package earlier this year. So a lot of the GOP priorities that we've seen come up in agriculture policy discussions in the last few years have already really been passed through that reconciliation process. That includes restricting work requirements, making sure that, just cracking down on folks who have children, changing the age of what they describe as a child to make more people subject to work requirements. So a lot of folks will already get kicked off of the program at that point. So it's not 100% clear yet exactly what else the administration has planned. The reapplication piece could be a key part of that, or some other, new paperwork requirement for folks. What has come across to me in my conversations with Republicans is that their top priority is to make sure that undocumented people and only American citizens are receiving SNAP, which is the current law. But they also want to, address that as well.
So I don't actually see a reason why people should be upset about reapplying for a food stamp for a benefit that you would enjoy, free money, and you feel it's too much for you to go reapply. That doesn't actually make any sense. If you need the money, you will do what is required for you to get the money. That's on, period. Now, so many people have come out to react to this new application, and let's hear them out.
Trying to make everybody reapply for their food stamps benefits, bitch. Are you kidding me? So y'all know this whole food stamp debacle. First they was not giving it, now they giving it or whatever. Then they said they wasn't giving the percentage. Now they saying they giving all of it. I don't know. It's too much damn back and forth. They playing with too many people's livelihoods, if you ask fucking me, bitch. But anyway, so now they're trying to say that everybody that receives EBT food stamps benefits have to reapply, as if they don't do that already 3 or to 6 months, every 3 to 6 months. Am I correct? So why do they have to do their application? It's just prolonging the process of people getting their benefits and people getting their food for the holidays. It's like y'all buying time because y'all don't spend the money, or y'all don't have it, y'all trying to make up for it, or y'all...
All I see here is actually over-entitlement culture. We actually feel overly entitled to things that we're not supposed to feel entitled to. This is the government money. This is the taxpayers' money. Now you want to enjoy from it. You feel it's too much for you to reapply every 3 months or 6 months. Doesn't actually make any sense. It's not too much to reapply.
Just doing it on purpose and being spiteful and mean and evil. They saying it's because it's like over, I think, 100,000, 200,000 deceased people receiving food stamps benefits. It's like it's a part of a scam and all this extra stuff. But y'all don't be saying that when the deceased people be getting their Social Security. And the way y'all been cracking down on people and their food stamps and how they qualify, how is deceased people even receiving food stamps? Because now, to even get approved, you got to talk to an agent or talk to a representative. So I'm confused. I don't know. It's a plot and a scheme set up by Todd, bitch.
Wow.
Did y'all hear this bull crap about the new SNAP benefits rules? Now, 43 million Americans who receive SNAP benefits are now going to have to refile for SNAP benefits in the near future. And when I say the near future, I mean the very, very near future. Very fast. Maybe before 2026. Now, mind you, this is the end of November of 2023. 25 almost, which means we got 1 month left. This is nothing but another way for the President of the United States to still accomplish his goals, guys. This is nothing but another way for them to stop SNAP benefits, food stamps, housing, Section 8, the daycare expenses. This is just another slick way of them doing it. They said, well, we can't find a way to just stop the SNAP benefits completely. So let's find a way to filter it all out legally in a slick fashion, guys. The government is so crooked, man. When have you guys ever heard them pulling a stunt like this, where all recipients has to reapply for it? Now, they do have what they call a every 3 month or every 6 month recertification. Basically what happens is you have to go get recertified every 3 to 6 months to see if your financial status has changed, if you're making more money, if you're making less money. But in most cases, it's all about taking the benefits from you and giving you.
I don't agree with this point. I don't agree with where the angle at which is taking it. This is not a way of taking away their benefits. It's a way of putting things in order. The system is trying its best to make sure those that are actually on this program are those that actually needs it. Many people on the program are not even meant to be on the program, and now that you are told to reapply, you guys feel offended. It's a way to humiliate you guys. Why do you see things in the wrong way? If there's a high level of fraud in this EBT program, now the government is trying its best to cut down those fraud rates. You guys are offended. So many illegal immigrants are on this program, and now they won't be on this program if they reapply. You guys are offended. A lot of the deceased, some of them are on the program. They won't be able to reapply because they cannot rise from the dead. Some of you are offended. It means there've been so many wrong things going on during this program. I don't know why majority of you are outraged about this, because it's no big deal. If you feel you really need this, you know you want free money, obey the laws, follow the guidelines, reapply, and you'll get your free money. People are working hard for their money. People have a lot of jobs that is bringing food on their table. But if you need to be dependent on the government money, then obey the guidelines. That's just it for me. It's not a big deal. The only thing I say here that will be a little bit of a challenge is for the aged people, because they won't be able to enter into the long queues to reapply and process everything they need to process. But if they have a guidance around, help them and take them and support them during this process, it will make it easier for them. But the average young people are the ones that are coming out to say they're angry about it. Why? It doesn't sit well at all. At least now we will be sure that only those that qualify for this thing will be on this program. That's just the way I say it, and this is how the process is meant to be. I want to know what you all think about this video. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. To this